Hello, I'm Isaac from What's Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today I'm streaming to you from inside the personal lab of Doctor Jumba Jookiba to identify everything we know about the experiments he's created. First, I'll give you a little history. Jumba Jookiba grew up an evil genius on the planet Qualtequan. Long before Jumba even began to name his experiments, he built what would later be known as Experiment Zero, with powers and abilities unlike anything worlds had ever seen, but Jumba lost control. Out of desperation, Jumba tried to imprison him on an ice planet, but it was no use. Experiment Zero escaped, replaced his body with cybernetic equipment, and became a threat across the galaxy. With the uncontrollable nature of this and other monstrosities, Dr. Hamsterville became intrigued with Jumba's work after they met in college. Wow, college sounds a lot crazier out in the stars. Once they completed their degrees at Evil Genius U, Dr. Hamsterville requested the production of hundreds of experiments, funding Jumba's endeavors through his crime systems. Using a type of sludge with a mixture of chemicals, Jumba would charge the molecules of his experiments to ensure they would remain stabilized. If charging wasn't complete, the experiments would glitch, losing control of their body, and would revert back to original programming. In addition, all experiments were built to be able to be dehydrated into a small orb, called an experiment pod, for transport and storage. On each experiment pod, a number was inscribed on it, which was the experiment's unique given number to indicate the new species Jumba had created. There are hundreds of monstrosities created by the evil genius himself, but unfortunately there's no way to have visual aids for all of his creations. Although we know Lilo and Stitch were able to find places for all of Stitch's cousins, I've only been able to find a small subset that was recorded by Jumba and released to the public. So it's impossible to provide anything more than a detailed list of all the experiments. Of course, there are a million different fan arts of all of the experiments, but all we know for sure is each experiment's number, name, and what series they were a part of. Over the years, Jumba created hundreds of experiments for Hamsterville, developing them in 6 stages. The first digit of the experiment's number indicated which stage they were created. To make sure Jumba didn't lose control like he had before, Zero Series experiments were implemented to test the abilities these creatures could possess. Beginning with 001, now known as Shrink, Jumba tested simple nuisances like 007 or Gigi's constant barking, and 010 or Felix's obsessive cleaning, but soon his experiments escalated. 029, aka Checkers, was able to bend individuals' minds to its chosen host, and 089, aka Skip, could teleport through time. 1 series experiments were then built to become civic disturbances. 120 or Snafu could foil enemy plans. 128 or Bugbee transformed people into insects. 133 or PJ played practical jokes on civilians, and 199 aka Nosy would discover and share the secrets of everyone around him. The experiment's powers weren't growing with new powerful abilities, but they were causing chaos like Hamsterville longed for. Then 2 series aimed to exploit technological and scientific discoveries to break down society. Highlights from the second series include 221, aka Sparky, with his ability to control electronic devices, 222, aka Poxy, who could spread untreatable diseases, 254 or Mr. Stenchy, who possessed a potent odor, hated by many but actually loved by a few, and 297 or Short Stuff, who could enter and destroy machinery. Some experiments, though, began to lean towards Jumba's next obsession. 276, or Remy, had the ability to mess with the minds of people in their dreams, like 3 series experiments who focused on destroying individuals' minds. Experiments like 300 or Spooky could fabricate an individual's worst fears. 323 or Hunka Hunka could make people fall in love with the first person they saw, and 397 or Spats could make people fight one another. Once Jumba understood how to manipulate the minds of his victims, he moved on to military applications in 4 series experiments. Although there aren't that many 4 series experiments known to the public, Experiment 455 aka Mary was trained to hip check anyone who came her way, while 489 aka Huggo was designed to squeeze life out of victims, showing the destructive capabilities of experiments growing over time. Next, Jumba developed the 5 series to unlock experiments to manipulate the elements and nature. 501 and 502, aka Yin and Yang, could control water and fire respectively. 505 or Plute could transform garbage into sludge and grow to monstrous sizes, similarly to 509 or Sprout, who could grow at uncontrollable rates, and 523 or Slushy could produce ice storms. Finally, Jumba's most recent experiment line in the 6 series were designed to be battlefield-ready Doomsday Experiments. Notable experiments from this line include 604 or Houdini, who could make entire armies disappear, 619 or Splody Head, along with 617 or Plasmoid, who could fire projectiles, and 624 or Angel, who could turn anyone except experiments after her into her loving evil servant. 626, aka Stitch, was the culmination of all of Jumba's successes, with each iteration after removing the humanity from Stitch's design. Due to Stitch's cousins having a unique original purpose, each one has a unique appearance, powers, and weaknesses. But there are some ubiquitous attributes. Many experiments seem to be able to climb walls, grow and retract their arms, are unaffected by other experiments' powers, and seem immune to aging. Jumba spent his whole life in outer space designing brilliant monsters to add turmoil to worlds, but he never got the chance. Once his most destructive experiment at the time, 626, was turned to good and his other 625 were released onto Earth, each experiment was brought to find purpose in their life by the human girl Lilo. They may have began as monsters in one of the 6 series, but over the years, they realized they were a part of something much larger, Ohana. So now it's time for the question of the day, sponsored by my patrons. Who is your favorite experiment? Let me know in the comment section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you enjoyed this video, then click that like button. If you'd like to stay up to date with new magical videos, then click that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter. And to see more What's Up videos, then check out some awesome pics over there. Thanks for watching, and
What do you want? I'm busy doing genius work here.
I was just telling these nice people to have a magical day.
Spy!
Okay, I'm going.